Okay, good morning guys. It's my birthday and I'm just doing some tidying around the boat, but thought I'd do a quick update on the engine. So yeah, let's do that. Can we turn on some light here? There we go. Okay, so she's had some new paint. All these flexible fuel lines here were replaced because of diesel bug. All the copper lines you see here, like there from the lift pump. Focus. There you go. There from the lift pump up to here, the main filter. All these fittings are new. This pump is new because of the diesel bug. Water was sitting on the bottom, so the catchment tray on the old filter was rusted all the way through, maybe, or very, very close to being rusted all the way through. This is a twist-on filter, so I thought that was a good idea because it's a bit of a pain to put on, as you see from its position. There at the back there you see a bilge blower, which I actually use for sucking air out of the boat for painting, so that's why there's all that tube. More new copper pipe there. The injector pump was also full of diesel bug. I found a nice tutorial online by an Aussie guy. I got the manual, I learned how to service it. Luckily I didn't have to completely dismantle it, and I got some degreaser in there, hot water, many times, clean out the diesel bug, then rinsing with hot water many times, then rinsing with alcohol, then rinsing with diesel. Problems with this anti-stall valve here. That's a little thing on the top, little aluminium thing on the top with that little nut that has a little bolt that has a copper washer. Yeah, that was a pain in the ass. And at the moment she's running, but only in maximum revs, which is fine when she's in gear because that keeps her under control to a safe amount of revs, but I can't put her into neutral because without the load the revs get way too high, like over 2500 I reckon. So that is either I fucked up something on connecting the throttle, or there's a piston below that anti-stall valve which focus, which is what the throttle controls and everything, and that had some sort of resin on it. It was a bit stiff. I cleaned it, but maybe it's still not clean enough yet, and it's getting stuck in there. But now that I'm familiar with it, I don't mind giving that another go if that's the case. The engine really isn't my biggest priority, although in French Guiana I have to go up a river to get to the anchorage, which could be a little bit tricky without the engine. Really the major problem left right now, there's the alternator right there. This is a bracket for the alternator, and it also sits back here and on another bracket that comes from here out to there. And that bracket is this piece of shit. As you can see, it's like less than 4mm, so I guess it's imperial gauge of steel. And compare it to this piece here, you can see that, yeah. And it's been getting bent, which has been making the belt squeal and the engine overheat. Obviously that's a big problem. I do have a spare belt, but I don't want to change it until I've got everything sorted out there. So I've done a bit of servicing, but not by taking it apart, just by rinsing it through, soaking it with vinegar, then rinse it with water. Here on the cooling system, which is passive seawater cooling, coolant in there and seawater comes through there. see water pumps down there. Yeah, I did a bit of cleaning, just like rinsing it out and stuff. Should be taken apart and used complete, like clean completely. And the heat exchanger, which is I should service that too. Oh, it's a bit messy down there. Oh, it's mould actually from being damp. I cleaned this area but not down there. I guess I will do, but as I said, the engine's not super important, but it's going to make things easier. Like getting out of here, like I'm way up by the other boats, I'll have to kedge downwind to get out of here if I don't have the engine running. And full throttle is not really an acceptable solution for manoeuvring between the boats. It's quite a narrow channel to sail down. I could do it, I suppose. And I could also kedge, and I could get a tow as it's only downwind from some guy with a 9.9 horsepower outboard or something. But yeah, so that's where things stand with the engine. She's in pretty good condition, to be fair, because I serviced everything whilst trying to troubleshoot the problems. Another problem was the factory brought high pressure fuel line, this one here. The last one that was on, the previous owners has obviously replaced them all. This is the old one here, but the new one, it had a bend way down there, like 2 centimeters up from that nut, and either me or the previous guy or both of us had not loosened the top end completely whilst removing it, and when you unscrew that one, it came up against the bend in the pipe and damaged it. I mean, clearly the way that it was bent was a problem as well. As you can see, this one is a good 5 centimeters the bend above the nut. So yeah, that was stupidity on all of our parts, really. I imagine, but mostly the design. I mean, it didn't need to be bent there. So this one isn't, and it fits just fine. So yeah, luckily I had this one and I could replace it, because after I'd fixed the injector pump, it still wasn't working, and I noticed there was a tiny leak there where the nut had chafed through the pipe, and now she runs, but with those minor issues that I've mentioned. So yeah, okay, well, I'm going to just mostly be chilling on my birthday, and having a drink later. Maybe I'll do another video later, because I'm going to tidy today, and I'm doing many jobs at the same time, so things don't stay tidy for long. But today I might only tidy, so maybe I'll do a video, we'll see. Okay, bye.